Hello, Hakim again here with Takeoff Experts. We usually do painting takeoffs for painting subcontractors, but occasionally I get some flooring contractors asking me if we can do some takeoffs for them. So I thought I should make a little demonstration for flooring contractors using a typical high-rise building that we also handle sometimes for painting contractors to do a flooring takeoff. So we have prepared a little demonstration here, and of course I'm not going to show you the whole building piece by piece because that would take way too long. So what I'll do is I'm just going to show you one of the floors, and we'll do a demonstration for doing some takeoffs for the different surfaces such as tiles, carpets, linoleum, baseboards, etc. So I'm going to get out of the screen now so that you can fully focus on the video. So here we go. We made this 3D model based on our experience of doing quantity takeoffs for painting contractors. There was a project that we did in Greater Vancouver. So this high-rise building is similar to that one. You can see there's 5 floors, and then above there are 23 more floors of typical apartment levels. So here is a cutoff, and let's do the floor and time measuring here plus baseboards, and we are going to be focusing on just this apartment here, or rather this floor. So this is a typical apartment floor, and we have multiple types of flooring. We have some tiles here, and carpets, etc. So we need to measure the quantities accurately so that we can build a proper spreadsheet for the flooring contractors. So let's start over here. So here are some suite set specifications which are provided by the interior designer or architect. They are usually labeled ID specs and ID drawings. So the areas are divided into different kinds of suites here. So let's show you the common area, which is, corridor, gym, amenity, lobby, etc. Then the other part is all the apartments or the suites. Now these are also divided into different kinds of layouts or typical layouts. There is something like this: Unit A, Type B, Type C, and so on. Before we measure the quantity, we look at this finishes schedule and try to match it with the drawings. So for example, the main lobby floor finish is CT20. Baseboards are also CT20. So what's this CT20? We come over here when we take a look, and these are tiles from Olympia. Design is Globe series, and they are 2 feet by 2 feet. And this is the finish over here. In the corridors, the floor finish here is C21. And here is our C21, and that's carpet. And this is the kind of a sample here drawn on the drawing. Then there is RF20 in the amenity gym. So we want to see what this material is, and it's resilient flooring, which makes sense from Eco Surfaces. And this is the product spec over here. So now we are going to cross-check with the drawings and make sure everything is accurate. And there it is, CT20, which is also here in the finished schedule. So it's congruent and accurate. But over here in the vestibule, for example, there is CT20, and then there is C20 carpet also. Now this is also accurate. So anyway, we measure all these square footages using Bluebeam Review, and then make a legend. As you can see here, it's level measurement. And then we measure the baseboards, which are shown in blue lines over here. Now this will be in linear feet, of course. And there it is in the legend. And then we measure the suites. So for example, in this unit A over here, there is a few different flooring types. There is vinyl flooring over here, which is from Petcraft. And then in the bathroom, there's a different material, which is tile on the floor, but there's tile on the walls also. So we will take a look at the elevation drawings. And here is the elevation drawing. So it's shown in pink over here, and we measure all of that, and then we add it all together. We also measure the length of the transition strips, because we shouldn't forget that, because those are very expensive also, because every bathroom has a transition strip between the bathroom and the suite. This one over here, and then there's this one over here where the washer dryer are. After we measure all these common areas and all the suites here, we transfer all the measurements into an Excel spreadsheet. So these are the detailed quantities for each type of the suites, and these are the suites above, suite A, suite B, and so on. So we get the total by just putting a formula, which you don't need to worry about, and then we check it and make sure everything is accurate mathematically. So it's the same with the common areas over here. And then all these totals are pulled out and transferred to the BOQ tab, which is over here. And all the product details are typed over here, so that the client can easily get the pricing from the supplier. You know, he can say, okay, I need 20,000 square feet of CT20, and so on. Because the quotation calls for supply and install tiles, including leveling mortar, tile adhesive, and grout. All kinds of grouts. So you can see it's all mentioned over here, so that there's nothing getting missed. And then the client builds a quote as per the bid form using this spreadsheet over here. Now just take a look. You can see all these totals over here. So we haven't filled all the subtotals, but there's a grand total over here also, which will be for the whole project. And that's pretty much it. So that's it. I hope you got a bit of an idea of the process that we use to do all the measurements of all the individual areas, and how we make legends in the Bluebeam Takeoffs software, and how we transfer all the individual measurements into the spreadsheet, and how we total everything and then transfer all those subtotals into the main spreadsheet, which is the BOQ spreadsheet, which is what the flooring contractor will be using to get pricing from his supplier and build his quote. So for let's say for tile type A or CT20, let's say, the flooring contractor will get the material pricing, and then he will get his installation pricing from his installer, and then do like a per square foot pricing and put that in the spreadsheet, and the totals will be auto-populated or automatically generated to arrive at the final figure. And we also break down the various areas, because what happens is sometimes the GC, especially for very large high-rise buildings, in our experience we found that sometimes the GC likes to make changes to the project, so they like some breakdowns. So for example, they want pricing of all the flooring for all the suites separately, and the common areas separately, and so on. So when we are doing painting takeoffs, for example, they want the pricing for the epoxy in the parquets separately, and the painting of the parquet walls separately. So we write, since we are doing the measurements area by area anyway, we can separate all that in the spreadsheet. And then if the painting contractor or the flooring contractor wants to make any changes in the pricing, or if some item is, some kind of tile is taken out and replaced with another tile, then all they have to do is change the price just for that tile, and the total is automatically calculated. So I hope you got some idea of how the process, the general flow that we use for doing flooring takeoffs. It's very, very similar to the painting takeoffs that we do. I'm going to do another demonstration soon here using the same building, the same high-rise building, for demonstrating some exterior painting takeoffs and interior painting takeoffs. So we will see you in my next video.